Hey guys, back with another training summary from 3 weeks out from Junior Nationals. Here you can see on the screen just a recap of how the week went. Saw pretty big increases in volume across the board as we transition into an intensity wave. So this was earlier in the week on the day that I was retesting my deadlift AMRAP. I had 4 sets of 3 with 222.5. I think this was the last set or second last set, one of the two. Moved pretty well, and then as I moved into my AMRAP, I'm not sure if it was just nerves or whatever because I haven't done AMRAPs in a while, but I didn't get the reps that I was hoping for. Nevertheless, not a terrible number, and it still is a PR. So I got 237.5 kilos, which is I think about 525 pounds, and I hit that for 4. And I went for a 5th, and you'll see on the video I just tanked. I didn't have it, so I think fatigue is building, and just as a result I wasn't, peak performance on this day. So see there, that was the 4th rep, a little bit slow, probably should have cut it there, but I got a bit greedy, and you'll see here I didn't get the last rep, just didn't have it. This was the night of the same night. I think this was 162.5, and I hit this for 4 sets of 5. I was pretty happy with the bar path on this, fairly up and down. Still working on depth. It's a never-ending sort of struggle, so to speak, and I'm not really sure why. It feels like I'm going really deep, but on certain reps I'm just not sinking it as much as I should, but it is improving, and I think these would all pass in a comp, so it is improving, and it will continue to do so. I was pretty fatigued on this day, and this was later in the day. You can see Joey messing around there in the back. I had a top single of 100 kilos, which is 220 pounds. I was happy with how I held my positioning on this. It was a little bit slow, but happy with how it looked, happy with the pause, and yeah, that'll probably be around a second attempt at Junior Nationals. Like I said, 3 weeks out. And feeling pretty good. I mean, fatigue is there, but that's not a bad thing. So this is the first single of 195 kilos, which is about 430 pounds. And on this day, everything just felt terrible. Warm-ups were heavy, and I was happy with that considering how I felt. That'll probably be an opener at Junior Nats. After that, I went into 52.5, it looks like. And I had that for 4 or 5 sets of 7. So volume is really up, and like I said in the last video, squatting is up to 4 times a week, which means I just have to have 2 days somewhere in the week back-to-back squatting. And this was the first day, and then you'll see later in the video the second day where my squats actually look better than they did today. So yeah, sets of 7 are never fun. I actually messed up my first set and only got 6. Which meant that I had to equate on my last set, which I had to do 8, and it just felt disgusting. So nevertheless, these look pretty good. Depth is there. Bar path is pretty up and down. Despite being pretty fatigued, I'm pretty happy with how these look. Yeah, very little rotation, and pretty good bar path, probably except for that one. Next up, you're going to see Paul Attard, one of my clients. He came down to the lab for a session. He had a deadlift AMRAP on this day, and I had him at 195 kilos. And Paul's a 66 kilo lifter in the IPF in South Australia, and he ended up getting 7 with 195, which is a PR for him. He rushed the first 2 reps. You can see there, the bar got away a bit, which made it harder than they needed to be. But nevertheless, it's a good number to hit, 7 reps, and he's currently just under 3 weeks out, closer to 2 weeks actually, from his next meet, which he'll be doing a lot of comp, which will be his second IPF meet. These look pretty good. He, aside from the first 2, he's stuck with it for the rest of it, and yeah, he's hoping for a 240 deadlift coming up soon, which I know he has, to get it in his head. Here is some of my rep work. I think this was 85 for 6 sets of 4, I think. I need to make sure I'm not dropping it on my chest. I have a tendency to rush when I have so many sets, but overall pretty happy with this. Elbows tracked under the bar, which is what I want. This was from yesterday, which was my second. I hit 2 top singles on squat this week, so this was the same weight as prior, which is 195, 195 kilos, which is I think 430 pounds. Again, planned opener, and happy with how this moved, considering the amount of fatigue I was carrying. Yeah, I just got to accept that I'm not a fast squatter anymore. I think part of that has to do with the fact that I'm just leaner now, so I don't have as much fat to help me like rebound out the bottom and carry that on. So a little bit more sticky, but nevertheless happy. This was 167.5. Yeah, 167.5 for 3 or 4 sets of 4. And this was after the 7, so that top single was also after hitting it the day prior. So pretty happy with these. Depth is there, misgrooved that one a little bit, but overall bar path is good, tracking well. This was my second top single on bench. I hit another one earlier in the week, which I think I showed in this video. Yeah, I did. And again, pretty happy with positioning. Slow, but my bench is always going to be slow. And this is the last work for the week, conventionals, and these tanked me. This was 195 for 4 sets of 5, and it was just disgusting. I didn't like them at all. Really struggled. This was the last set. I was just happy once they were all done. I can't believe how hard conventional is. Still surprises me every time I do it, the difference between my conventional and sumo. But yeah, happy. All that's done. This week's training volume is done. We head into next week for an intensity wave where reps will probably drop. Hopefully overreach me a little bit before we hit the taper. And yeah, so this sees me as 3 weeks out as of yesterday. Looking forward to nationals, junior nationals in Melbourne. It's held at the Arrow Hotel. If any locals are there, come support, come watch. But yeah, that's it. I will come back next week with another training summary of 2 weeks out. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.